This video is sponsored by EA, so a massive thank you to them once again for supporting the channel.
Ho 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 ho! Merry Christmas!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's going on? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Christmas time is back in Apex Legends. We're here with the Holiday Bash 2.0 for 2020, and once again, we are treated with the Winter Express game mode. Everyone's favourite LTM from the original Holiday Bash in 2019 is back for this year's Holiday Bash event with a few changes this time around. So here today I'm going to be telling you the easiest way to win in the new Winter Express LTM so you guys can get those awesome new event exclusive badges so you can be rocking around looking like an absolute legend out on the battlefield. As always guys, if you haven't already or if you're new to the channel, make sure to like the video as it helps me out a ton, and subscribe to the channel for more regular Apex Legends content from myself. Content like this. Yeah, we're talking top quality content here. So then guys, as many of you will already know, the Winter Express game mode is very different from any other game mode we've ever seen in Apex Legends before, and it will be especially different for those of you who never played in Season 3. In Season 3 there was a train going around World's Edge which was always moving around the map and it had a ton of loot on it, and in this game mode they've taken that train and they've made it have 5 separate stop locations, and at those stop locations you have to capture the train by being the last team alive on the train or the last team alive in general. There are 3 teams in the lobby, 3 teams of 3, and you all have to fight it out to gain control of the train by being on it for the longest. There are a bunch of predetermined loadouts which rotate daily across all of the different legends, so every day the legend that you play is going to have a different loadout. These loadouts are the same across all of the legends, but they change between each legend every day. So, for example, one day Lifeline might have a buffed Hemlock with all of the good attachments on it, but the next day Pathfinder might get that same Hemlock, and Lifeline might get a turbocharged Havoc, for example. The big difference in this game mode is that respawning is enabled. After you've died, you have to wait till the end of the round where the train is captured by your team or another team, and then when the train stops at its next station, you'll be respawning and fighting for it all over again. So with all of that out of the way, let's jump into the ways in which you can win the majority of your games in the Winter Express game mode. Step 1. Legend selection. You've got to pick the right legend for this game mode, and honestly, this can change daily depending on what loadout each legend has, but in my opinion there is one legend that stands above all of the rest in terms of utility for this game mode. If you're playing solo or in a squad, it doesn't matter, this legend is probably the strongest choice for capturing the train and winning the game. And of course, that legend is the Stinkmeister himself, Caustic. Listen, okay, I don't know what to tell you. It wouldn't be Christmas without the Grinch, and we all know that Caustic is the Grinch of Apex. I mean, even the map is kind of less cheery than last year. I mean, look at 2019, look at the tree, look how alive and happy it is. And then look at this year. Yeah, Father Stinkmas, he is the absolute best legend to run on the Winter Express game mode, and honestly, that should come as no surprise to any of you. We are talking about defending small spaces here. We have 2 really tight compact carriages on this train, and Caustic is licking his lips. I mean, you can't really see his lips like behind that mask, but he's definitely licking them, let me tell you, because those carriages are tiny and perfect for Caustic gas traps to be set up and so easy to defend. Even if you're playing solo, Caustic is definitely the strongest legend to pick, because even if your teammates are doing nothing, when the Caustic's on the train and he's got his barrels down, he's going to be a nightmare to get out for other teams. That being said, if you do want to be Caustic's little minions and have some friends play with you, make sure that those friends play Rampart and Watson so you can absolutely bunker up in one of the train carts, and it's just going to be game over for the other teams. It's going to be impossible, if you play it correctly, for them to push you out. Get that pylon down for Watson, get those fences down, get those amped walls up, and get those gas traps in there. And no one's going to even want to try and push you. They'll try and grenade you, the Watson will eat the grenades. And when the Sheila's down, don't get me started. Other teams are going to be running away from the train rather trying to push on. Now if you don't want to play like a bunch of Christmas goblins and you want to play on the offensive and try and get a few kills in the process but still play the objective, like you know, good players, they always play the objective. Make sure you're not one of those weird guys that kind of lands miles away and does nothing. You guys are the worst, okay? Don't be these guys. Anyway, if you want to play in an offensive playstyle but also play the objective, then Octane and Pathfinder are two very good choices for this. Bloodhound as well, but of course this does also depend on the loadout they're given on the day. The loadouts moving around is very, very influential on what legends are good to play, but those are 3 good choices, and I'm sure one of them on every single day will have a usable loadout. If you're playing one of these legends, you probably want to be looking for the third party. Land near the train, but not too close, because you kind of want to be watching and waiting for that third party, but equally, this does mean that the other team will have to push, and as I said, there are some weird creatures out there recently that just love to just sit and watch and do nothing all game, so if you see that happening and another team is about to capture the train, then you may have to go and contest it yourself, and if that happens, then just do your best, because honestly, offensive legends, they're useful, but certainly not the best to be running. You kind of want to be on a defensive legend if you're just staying on the train, but as I said, if you have to contest, you have to contest. It means you don't lose, and sometimes you're going to win. If you do manage to get that perfect third party, however, then you're in the perfect situation to go and snatch a point from the enemy team, because if they've just fought and they're going to be weak, they're not going to be weak for too long because there are fast heals in this mode, but if you time it perfectly and you have an offensive legend to cover the ground quicker like Octane's Stim or Pathfinder's Grapple, or even Bloodhound's Scan to know exactly where they are, then it's going to make life a lot easier for you to third party them, and you're just going to be so annoying to them because they're going to have done all the hard work, and you're going to go and snatch the point away. Like,
Where's your Christmas spirit?
the 2 hardest challenges for badges on this game mode are 100 kills in the Winter Express game mode and 100 captures. The last one you're likely to complete is of course the 100 captures, because that's going to require you to play quite a few games, but don't worry guys, the game mode is here for a long time, and you're going to have plenty of time to get those captures yourself. It's really great to be having some badges that we can grind for, and although it can take a long time for casual players to get these badges, it's still definitely very rewarding for them. Me personally, I managed to grind them out with my friend in about 2 or 3 days, so it wasn't too much effort. We just kind of played a little bit casually for a few hours each night, and we managed to get it done fairly quickly. It was a bunch of fun in the process as well, and it was a nice breath of fresh air for Apex to have a different game mode with respawns enabled that you can have a little bit of fun with. I'd also definitely recommend any Mirage mains to go for these badges, as the Winter Express Ultimate badge, the one you get for finishing all of the badges on this game mode and completing all of the challenges, is a Mirage themed badge, and I think any Mirage main would be happy to run this badge. It looks pretty cool. I know if I was a Mirage main, I'd definitely be running this badge myself. But guys, that's the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed today's Winter Express special on the channel. It's been a bunch of fun to make this video, and I hope there are a ton more LTMs coming out soon that I can make videos on to help you guys know how to play, to complete those challenges, and to just gain those awesome badges. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more regular Apex Legends content from myself in the near future. But with that being said guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy and goodbye.